I'm Scott Vandervoort. I'm the Director of Technology at Rad Power Bikes. And do everything from building bikes, helping with their bikes, and helping with the design of our bikes.
Sweet. So you help design, you do some of the tech on the bikes. All right, so this little slideshow is going to play in the bottom right corner and all that good stuff. You guys have 3 models out right now.
Yep.
What's funny is before we asked you guys to come out here, since I moved to Seattle, I've been eyeing these motherfuckers because I want one. I was working at a coffee shop downtown and I saw one of those, the Power Wagon, the Rad Wagons. I saw that dude pull up to the coffee shop in one in a very typical Seattle way, you know, and it's like, oh man, I want that bike. That is sick. Well, for one, it's orange. That's kind of my thing. It's kind of my thing. So, tell us a little bit about Rad Power Bikes, how it got started, and how these electronic motors work, and like what kind of range. You know, we'll just start asking a bunch of questions because this kind of stuff is really interesting to me, and it's a really cool way to advance the future of transportation.
Yeah, so the bikes work. You've got battery that's on the bike, and it's in the center of the frame, so it's got low center of gravity. It's all balanced really well, and you've got a display and a throttle, and there's also pedal assist. So when you pedal, you can adjust the mode to, if you just want level 1, which is like a low power mode, just a little bit of health, or you can go up to 5 and let you go up to 20 miles per hour.
So 20 miles per hour is the current high speed?
Yes, it's also the federal law for U.S.
So we're not allowed to have electronic bikes. So you're saying it's the law. If a really smart individual with some technical abilities, because okay, so like I used to take the limiters out of scooters and shit like that because you know fuck that. I want to go faster than 35 miles per hour on a 50cc motor. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Never mind. I won't put you in that position to answer that question. They are asking if we speak up a little bit. I'm guessing there's everybody's running around and it's really hard for them to get to the power knob right now because they're setting up for another show. So we'll get there, guys. We'll get there. Okay. You still got. We know, guys. We know. Okay. So when did you guys form as a company?
So Mike Radenbaugh, the president of the company, formed the company about 15 years ago, and he was doing conversions on electric bicycles. And then just about a year ago, we released the Rad Rover on Indiegogo, and we sold a few hundred bikes on there, and then that enabled us to start as a company. Soon then released the Rad Wagon in the fall, and then just a couple weeks ago, we released the folding electric bike, the Rad Mini.
Did you guys bring one of those?
Yeah.
Oh man, I haven't got to see that one yet. I've been looking at the Rad Rover, I've been looking at the wagon, and then I saw that you've got now the folding one, which is just a cool factor kind of thing. I don't think it would really suit my needs, but it's cool. So a lot of people immediately start asking, do you guys have a tandem bike? Well, the wagon kind of works as a tandem bike because it has an extra seat on the back. There's this little thing going on here that I don't know if I approve of. Somebody without my permission started a goal that if we get to 1,000 subscribers, I have to ride tandem on a bicycle with Claudia, who is a easily excitable human being. And she, I think, volunteered this idea without my permission, and then everyone supported it, so now I'm locked into it. But if we apparently get to 1,000 subscribers, I have to ride tandem with her. If we hit 1,000 subscribers, would you guys be cool with us filming a video to prove that we rode tandem on that bike?
Yeah, that's okay.
I put you on the spot, I'm sorry about that.
That's fine.
But
the weight limit's like 375 pounds, so I assume you guys would both be under that.
Oh, we're perfect.
So,
we're perfect.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're both like 90 pounds when wet, especially lately, given our hours and stuff like that. So do you guys have any questions about these bikes before we go outside to check them out in action? I believe we're going to have Viking Lass and Goobs out back with a camera showing them off and all that good stuff. You brought some stuff in to show, right?
Yeah.
Some cool stuff. Okay, this caught my attention. What the fuck is this?
So this is just kind of explanation of how it all works. So
you might have to hold it up a little bit.
Is there another piece?
What you got? What you looking for?
It's okay. So you can kind of see
battery
here
on your right back there if you were looking.
So here's the motor inside, and it's internally geared. So you can see one of the gears here. So it's got a planetary gear reduction system, so it'll have more torque on the low RPMs, which will really help a lot with cleaning up the hills. And then this is our test setup for testing stuff. I'll also pull the battery out of there too.
The open one?
Yeah.
All right.
So what a lot of people like to see is what's actually on the inside of these guys. So we use the 18650 cells, which are
There we go.
pretty similar to what Tesla uses. So they're the round cylindrical lithium-ion cells. There's also like the BMS and all the brains to keep it all balanced
Nice.
out and everything.
So how does it all communicate together? Like, yeah, I mean, you got a lot of stuff in here.
Yeah, so there's one more in
Brushless
there
motor
too.
control.
Yeah, so this is what most controllers used to be like until just a year ago. There's one more in there. And now they're all, you've got nice waterproof connectors, and they're fully like potted, so you could almost dunk this in a bathtub and it would still run perfectly fine.
Nice.
There's
How
some of the
quickly-
technology that's improved.
Yeah,
this
how
year.
quickly is this tech advancing?
It's advancing really fast.
Yeah. Like, where do you think electric bikes are going to be 2 years from now?
2 years from now?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell the future, but battery technology is definitely getting better. Controllers are getting more efficient, so you can go farther. Yeah.
Right on. Do you guys have any questions about these bikes and the technology and how it all works? Throw your questions our way. Question, they appear to be mountain bike tires. How would you classify these bikes? Commute, mountain bike, road, etc.
Yeah, so we got the Rad Rover, which is, you can take that off road. It's got a front fork, and the fat tires really absorb all this is the shocks and the bumps in the road and stuff. The Rad Wagon's a little bit more of a commuter. It's got the commuter tires on it. You can also do some kind of like backfire roads and stuff like that. And the Rad Mini, just used for everything. You can fold it up, take on the plane with you, a little personal aircraft, or fit in small sailboats and all that
Nice.
good stuff.
The Rad Mini, is it small enough to like put pretty comfortably in the like backseat of a car? Like, how small does it?
Yeah,
fold
it can
into?
get in the backseat of the car easily, and it'll fit in most trunks if they're big enough.
Mm-hmm. Somebody asked, they said they feel like this tech would be good for disabled getting around. Do you have a different style of bike that might suit someone who has a hard time getting around? I imagine that there's entire other companies built around using this tech for helping with the disabled. I'm just guessing, I'm assuming. But do you guys have any plans for expanding your line in any way like that?
Yeah, I mean, so the bikes have the full-on throttle too, so you don't even have to pedal if you don't want to. Of course, your range will go down.
Yeah.
But we've got a lot of veterans that are injured, and they buy the bikes just to help them get around. And it's a great way to commute as well.
I mean, that's why I have really, really bad knees and legs, but I like riding a bike a lot, and that's why I'm always looking at them. It's like one of those things where like, oh man, I really want one. Somebody just asked if you guys export to the EU.
Yeah, I believe we do, yes.
Awesome.
Shipping is a little bit more, but that's the only.
Yeah, yeah. And so currently you only sell the bikes on the website, or do you have local shops as well?
We do have one local shop in Ballard, Washington, in Seattle. Besides that, we're direct to come to the customer. Our goal is to get as many people on bikes, and electric bikes, if you buy from a dealer, anywhere from like $3,000, $5,000 and up. And it's not reasonable for a lot of people, so our price point at $1,499, $1,499 really helps a lot of people get out there on bikes more.
I would agree, and that's part of the reason I started looking at you guys, because I've been looking around for a while, and I don't want to go with an overseas brand. And then a lot of the local brands are extremely, extremely expensive, and you guys have very reasonable prices. So I think it's about time that we cut outside to check in on Goobs and Viking Lass. I believe we've got a mic out there and all that good stuff. Let me check really quick because I don't have my earpiece anymore. Good sirs, are we ready to cut outside? We need to keep things moving along. So we're working on that. I'll have a word really quick. I need to get my earpiece back from Don. Hopefully he didn't run off with it. I live in a relative countryside, so I'd love to have one of these to just ride around on. Let's see. Yeah, it really isn't a bad price point. It's really not for the bikes. They're really great quality. You guys will see when we show them off outside. So we got any more questions coming in? Any plans for more road-style bikes, or could you simply switch in some drop bars and do fine?
Right now, we're mainly focusing on accessories for the bikes, like bags and baskets and racks. So right now, we're sticking with the 3 bikes we have released now.
Gotcha. Which it seems like you're trying to cover a couple like the wagon is used a lot downtown for like deliveries and families and stuff like that. Like your workhorse, and then your Rad Rover seems to be your like general fun, can go off-road and on and all that stuff. And what do you see as the primary use for the electric? Are you thinking more like city commute kind of stuff, like quick in and out, or
for like the Mini?
Yeah.
The Mini is for people that want to be able to use it anywhere, so they can take it with them if they're on the go. And it's just a really fun bike to ride around too, just with the fat, small tires.
Gotcha. Guys, I'm still waiting to hear if we're ready for outside. Still waiting to hear if we're ready for outside. We're about 15 minutes late on that. 15 minutes late on that. We've got to get Trivia Hops up and running in 15 minutes, so we're not going to have too much time to hang out there with Goobs and Viking Lass. We're on a tight ship here. We're on a tight ship. Very tight ship.
We're almost ready.
Almost ready?
Yes. Well, we didn't have anybody else out there fixing stuff for us. We had no idea what was
30
going on.
seconds.
Oh. Nobody set up a camera out there?
There's a camera out there, but we're going to get...
Oh, thank you.
Gotcha. Oh, wow. Thank you. 2 minutes. Okay. Will you showcase at Sea Otter Classic next year?
I was actually gonna race in one of the Sea Otter races down in California. Unfortunately, I didn't make it, but I'm planning to do that next year.
Okay. LOL scratching through the glasses. Yeah. As you noticed, these are definitely not real. It's for science. For science. Guys, we are still accepting donations. I've noticed they've slowed down dramatically when we hit 15K. Heads up, they increased to a new goal of 20K, if we can hit it. We're good? Great. We just officially confirmed Jennifer Hale is getting ready. In 15 minutes, Jennifer Hale will be on Trivia Hops, Skyping in as one of our guests with DJ Knight, who is an amazing streamer that we started rating not too long ago. Really great guy. Really excited to do that. And then I think James is going to be on Aaron Kirby's team, whether he likes it or not. And then Viking Lass and Goobs will be on the other team. Sally and I will be co-hosting this fun special edition of Trivia Hops for science. The new goal is not on the overlay. That is correct, so it looks like we're done. I'll work on that. I've been doing all this stuff, so we haven't really had time. But it's really amazing that we hit 15K. Thank you guys so much. So much. For getting us there, especially with such a small viewer base. It's really amazing that we're able to do these kinds of things. And you know what, guys? We had a lot of fun stuff today, so don't stop telling your friends. Don't stop telling all the other people in the other channels you hang out with. The more people we get to watch these big events that we do, the more we will do them. But we really got to get our numbers up for companies to start taking us more seriously to get those even bigger events under our wing. So we need you guys' help to do that. But thank you guys so much for such a small community to raise that kind of money. It's insane. They look like they'd be really nice for hills. What's the torque like going up hills?
It's the Rad Rover.
Hey! There we go! For science!
Friend Computer appreciates your contribution to science.
Yes.
What was once yours is now ours. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
science.
So the torque for on the Rad Rover and the Rad Mini, they both use the gear reduction motors. So they're very torquey off the line. The only thing is that they freewheel like a normal bicycle wheel, so they don't have regen braking. That's where the Rad Wagon comes in as a direct drive motor. So when you pull in the brake lever, you have regen braking, which slows you down and charges the battery. It's also very nice because it's like a third brake, so you don't have to use your brakes at all normally until you get down to like 2 miles per hour.
Okay.
With your brakes, it really saves the brake pads, and we've got a few thousand miles on our test ride bikes, and we haven't had to replace the pads or anything like that.
Oh
yet.
wow, it's actually pretty amazing. Somebody wants to know. Okay, guys. Somebody asked really quick, who does the voice for Friend Computer? It's actually a Amazon designed text to voice That's pretty great. But they are ready outside for us to cut to them. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it to Joe and let him throw it to you guys outside, checking out the Rad Power Bikes in action. Thank you so much. And we can go out there and check them out outside. So guys, let's go check them out. Let's tune in outside and ride some bikes around.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Friend Computer appreciates your contribution to science. What was once yours is now ours. You're welcome.
To 20K hashtag Renraku.
Hey, everyone. It's Sally. Albuff Musselstein cannot be here with us right now because she let her lab coat get all sorts of mildewy and nasty, and I can't see shit right now, but I can tell you that I'm here with Corey from Rad Power Bikes. What's going on? What do we got here right now?
So we brought out 3 of our bikes today. We have the Rad Mini, and then zipping around behind us we have the Rad Rover, which is a nice fat tire bike, and then our cargo bike, which is the Rad Wagon.
What's the difference between the 3? Main differences between the 3 that we have here today?
So with the 2 fat tire bikes, you have a lot of stability when you're going over potholes and little cracks and gaps in the road that might catch a road bike tire. And then with the Rad Wagon, you have crazy carrying capacity. You can have passengers on the back seat, you can have little kids on cargo seats, and you can also carry packages. And
what about carrying something? Oh!
Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
We are being raided by DJ Knight. Thank you so much for the raid. Guys, thumpers, throw up your Nerf darts in defense. Pew pew. Thank you so much for the raid.
What? Oh. It's my second day. Let's carry on. So is it safe to carry grown men on the power bikes?
yes, of course. So the cargo bike has a 350-pound load capacity. So that's the rider and then any passenger or other cargo you're carrying.
So the Rad Mini right here, does it have one of those flippy handles? Is this like more of like a mountain bike style?
The Rad Mini actually is a folding bike. So the frame folds right in half. You can disconnect it, and then it fits into really small spaces. You can put it in the trunk of your car. A lot of people who own boats or motorhomes like to use them because they can just store them up in a really tight spot.
How long does it take to actually fold up the entire bike?
Probably like 20 seconds. You can do it.
Do you want to show us? Yeah. I'm interested to see. Quick release. Oh, wow. Okay. See, I don't have a car because I am very irresponsible, but I did it one time. This would have been like really, really convenient, except for the fact that like when like I had a car, but I obviously like wasn't riding a bike because I had a car. Right. But if I had it at a time when in my life when I was more active, like my metabolism is probably going to go in the next like 5 years. That's what do you think about that? I'm just kidding. That's not a question, and I'm just being a big jerk. Oh, Goobers, do you want to come over here and I would just like to say that he already broke something. He broke a helmet a little while ago. So that. All right. So, how much easier is it to conquer the hills of Seattle with these bikes going uphill with an electric bike than a manual?
The electric assist is super nice for the really, really steep hills. And a lot of people who are used to riding a normal bike will just start off using the throttle to get going. And then once they're already up to speed, they can pedal and tackle the hill like normal.
And how long does the battery last for in between charges?
In between charges, the battery will last between 20 and 40 miles, kind of depending on the kind of riding you do. And then you can get a full charge in about 3 to 5 hours.
And what do you actually use to charge it with? Does it have a USB? Does it plug into the wall? What are we talking right now?
It just plugs into the wall, and it uses like a normal, it looks kind of like a laptop brick, the normal charge cord and then a little plug. And then the battery itself has a USB port, so you can charge your phone or any other USB devices off of it.
So how many other kinds of Rad Power Bikes are there besides these 3? And also, are you sure that it's safe to carry a grown man? This just looks bad to me. This is concerning. But anyway, the original question, I don't trust any of them. Yeah, how many other models are there besides just these 3?
So right now we just have these 3 bikes, just the Rad Mini, the Rad Wagon, and the Rad Rover, and we're selling them direct to consumer to kind of save a little bit of the cost.
Is this only a Seattle-based endeavor, or is this all across the Pacific Northwest right now?
We just have one location. It's a little bit of like an R&D space with a retail shop in the front, and that's in Seattle. But we do sell and ship our bikes all over the place.
What is R&D?
Research and development, so new models, shop toys, different bikes that we tinker with.
And has an A in it.
What's that?
And research and development.
Yes.
So is it like an apostrophe? Oh, it's rad. Oh, I thought it was RN.
Oh.
Like an apostrophe N, like R&D, like research and development.
That's what we do.
Also, not a question. Not a question at all. So what's the running price for the electric bikes?
So the Rad Mini and the Rad Rover are both $14.99, and then the Rad Wagon's $15.99.
How long has this company been, at least, in Seattle?
So we've been in Seattle for the last year. We started as an Indiegogo campaign that got funded, and that was back when we only had the Rad Rover. So the fat bike was our only bike at the time. The owner of the company has been doing this for about 10 years. He started when he was 15, just converting bikes kind of one-off for friends and family, and the customer base kind of grew. And then he just needed to be able to keep up with the demand of these awesome bikes. So.
How easy is it to convert just a regular bike to an electric?
Yeah, so back in the day, it was pretty tricky because you had to piece together a lot of the components yourself and kind of decide what you wanted. And then as more and more people wanted to do it, people started putting together kits, and you could just buy, a battery that would work with a controller, that would work with a display and a motor, and just install the components yourself. And nowadays, it's actually, in most cases, a better deal to go out and buy the bike from a manufacturer than it is to try and piece the components together yourself.
Do you have any plans in the future to market like children's sized for those of us who, maybe the Mini isn't mini enough? Yeah, it's any word on that yet? Because I live downtown. The hills are real bad, but I'm also I'm really small, and it's just.
I feel like.
Any plans?
I feel like you could definitely rip around on the Rad Mini.
I could rip around on the Rad. I could rip around on the Rad Mini. You guys hear that? Oh.
We just need to get you a helmet.
I can't see. Maybe in that direction. Who's gonna host if I do it? I can. Hey, Aaron, come here.
Should we pull this back up?
Yes.
Oh, what's up? Okay, cool. We talking about the bike? Are we live? Oh no. Oh, super fun. Okay. These required?
That still looks so cool.
Here you go. Sorry, it's sweaty. It's very sweaty. Very fun bike. They're the Rad bikes, right? I haven't even looked at what their names are because I've just been riding them nonstop. Rad?
Yep. So we have the Rad Mini right here.
Rad Mini. That one folds. That one has power. That one makes people fall in love. Me and Goobs have been on it. Powered by Soylent and the dreams of love. We love it. Are you going to get Rad Mini? That's perfect for you.
He told me that I could rip. He told me that I could rip around on the Rad Mini.
Rip run? Rip Rad?
Rip around. Rip roaring, ready to go.
Rip Rad, ready to go?
Rabbit.
Power.
Rip roaring, go.
Go. Happy Rabbit Power, go. Back to you, Tom. Are we still live?
Yep.
Okay. You can't fix it? Here, let me fix it for you. Goobs, come here. Goobs, come here. We need, since you were the driver for me, you're my personal chauffeur, I need to know, how does it handle? I need to know.
I have very poor dexterity in my hands.
This is working out. This is working out. Here, make a, flip it. Flip it around. Flip it around. Live from the bike. And this one is the Rad Wagon. As you can see, can hold multiple full-grown men, at least 420, 450 pounds between the two of us. If we were a tag team, that'd probably be about what it would be. It's got the power. It's got your manual power. You have the power. You have the Rad Power. Live reporting with the Rad Power. Biggest wheels I've ever seen on a bicycle. Never leave home without it. What are your thoughts?
It's a magical bike, and it takes you magical places, Bill.
Thank you, Tom. Your thoughts?
I felt like I had a magical beast under me for like the whole time. It was great. I told it to go faster, it went faster.
Hey, Sally, why can't you figure out the helmet?
I have very poor dexterity in my hands, and I'm having trouble pulling the little pulley guys. And now there's like a lot of people watching.
No, that's enough. That's enough out of you. How'd you get your hands to be so dexterous?
Building e-bikes all the time.
Is dexterous a word?
Yes.
Wow, I came up. Wrap it up.
Ready?
I'm gonna rip roar off into the sunset. Thank you, Corey, so much for bringing out the bikes. Oh yeah, we have a new. Okay, so since we hit our 15, we have a 20K goal right now that I guess has like actually been approved by rLoop. If we get 20K in donations tonight, which I know that we can. Then Friend Computer, yeah. So our wonderful overlord, Friend Computer, merciful sweet goddess that she is, her voice will be featured in the Hyperloop pod. 20K, please.
What?
She is a glorious leader, and she deserves such praise.
Yeah,
Please.
She deserves a vacation. She's been stuck in a computer her whole existence.
Don't let her hear. Please, 20K in donations. Also, she does have a point.
Skynet needs to happen.
I
Make
found out
Skynet
since
happen.
we got 10K, I'm the new crash test dummy. Is that what I heard?
Oh,
Switching spots.
Trivia Hops is going to be up soon. And Jennifer Hale, who you might know from this little Mass Effect series, plus like probably half the video games that you've played. That's going to be coming up around 7, although I think it's probably going to be maybe a little... Oh, and DJ Knight is going to be there.
And hosted by?
At Trivia Hops.
And hosted by?
Me.